Hi guys, just a quick look at the Kenwood R-5000 here. Bought this radio not so long ago, pretty recently. Just getting a video out on it. Just going to go through some of the features and functions of it and what I think about it and compare it to the ICOM ICR71E. So I think some other guy's gone through all the controls. A Welsh guy on here, I can't remember his name of his channel. There's a good video showing all the controls, so I won't go through the controls in too much detail, but it's pretty standard stuff, to be honest. There's the power button, obviously. This is the AF gain there, the audio frequency gain, the volume knob. On the outside of that, while we're on it, is the RF gain. It's got the standard RF gain where you turn it down and the signal meter goes up. It's actually a really good RF gain on it. It's quite a loose pot on this. It feels a bit loose, but very smooth. Loose as in it's easy to turn. There's no play in it. There's virtually no play in any of the controls on this radio. Okay, so this is a 1993 model according to the serial number register. It's February 1993, so yeah, 33 years old. I believe they were produced from 86 to 96 or something like that, so it's towards the end of the production of these, so hopefully any kinks were ironed out in the design or anything like that. I believe the early ones didn't have the CAT connection, the computer, or was that Yaesu did CAT, but didn't I don't think the early ones, from what I've read, had the computer connection, computer control. This one obviously will have been a later one. It's got the accessory socket on the back for that. Okay, so power button there, nice firm aluminium feel power button. Then we've got the voice, which is the voice module for people who are have got sight impairment, something like that. Yeah, if they can't see very well, that gives them a voice prompt, I think. But this isn't fitted to this one. There's nothing fitted to this radio. This is I've never bought a radio that's got filters and stuff fitted. I've always ended up with, I'm not moaning, it's just the way it is. I've always ended up with one with stock standard. This hasn't even got the extra 13.8 volt connection for the 12 volt connection on the back, which is unfortunate, but I mean, I can put one in myself. Anyway, so timer there to put a timer on and off. You get time on, time off to do with this. Set the time there, that's to set the clock. Dimmer works nicely on the signal meter and the display, dims it down a notch. Very nice. In fact, I'll keep it on dim for the camera. It looks a bit better to the camera. I think it's got a fluorescent display, is it? I think it's yeah, segmented fluorescent display or something like that. Old technology, but works really well. Everything's crisp and clean on this one. Then you get this underneath the badge there, which is actually really small. This badge is, but very high level of detail in that Kenwood R-5000. This was the flagship receiver from Kenwood, and as far as I know, this is the last receiver Kenwood built that's solely a receiver. So the clock appears on the right hand side. That's the time there in the UK now, 8:45 in the morning, 08:45. And then you got off, which is nothing, and clock 2, which I've put to British summertime when the clocks go forward. It's just gone forward a minute, yeah, 9:46 if it was British summertime, and back to off. Very positive feel on this clicker. Like I said, the on time, off time to program it to come on and off. Not sure exactly how that works, but obviously it's self-explanatory. You program it to come on a time and then to turn off a time. Time set there, you press that in and you press these two down together, and the 2 decimals between the numbers on the hours and minutes stop, and then you can go a minute up, hour up, and that's it, just rolls around. It's really quick, easy to program. Then you've got down here, record function for a tape record. I believe there's an AGS accessory socket, sorry, on the back for that. When the squelch breaks, it would put the tape recorder on. That's the audio out to a tape recorder. Then you've got probably a line level, not sure. And then you've got phones, which works really well on this radio. This radio is in exceptional condition, apart from a small markup by the S there on the slight notch out the plastic. They're very small detail, and Royal Mail or someone in transit broke the antenna 2 high impedance terminals. The Bakelite type plastic behind that got cracked in transit, despite the seller packing it incredibly well. Probably the best I've ever seen a radio packed. I can't understand how it happened, but it did, so I've glued it back together for now. It needs to have a proper repair with a piece of traffolite or something in the future. Okay, so moving on to the mode keys here. When you press these, It does a Morse code, LSB, USB, or the first letter of that. I'm not sure. I don't know Morse code that well. Antenna 1 and 2 just beeps. Showed up by these lamps underneath the display there. Busy for the squelch on off. Memory when you're in memory mode. Is it when you're in memory mode? Oh no, sorry, that lights up when you're programming the memory briefly. Antenna 1 and antenna 2, notch filter on, and F lock for frequency lock. I believe that's probably the dial lock, and I don't know if, no, you can't put any frequencies in, you can't change mode. It probably blocks all these keys, I think. Yeah, it does, yeah. Apart from the mechanical keys. So all the soft touch keys it blocks. Puts the light on. Okay, next is the memory section there, clear, and this, we press enter, you type the numbers in, and you press enter again, or let it finish, or finish what you're typing in. VFO to memory, and when you want to go to memory mode, 2 VFOs A and B. It's all pretty standard stuff, to be honest. This is megahertz forward and back, or up and down, channel up and down. VHF, UHF, if you press that, it does this. And then it says you can't go there because you haven't got the VC-20, I believe it is, the VHF unit installed. Noise banker 1 and 2, these come on together. You can press them on 2 or 1 or 1 and 2. I'm not sure if they work in tandem or one overrides the other. Noise bank level, if you turn that up and then you turn it on and you turn one of them on and turn it right up, you get some distortion there. Yeah, it does look like they come on together. You get some quite bad distortion, but you might need that, depends on how bad your noise is. That's why you've got a level, so you can tweak it. Very nice feature. Then you've got up here, you've got the selectivity. If you leave it on auto, it selects narrow for the CW and sideband modes, and wide for the AM and FM modes. There's only one FM filter in this. I don't know how wide it is. I think it's 6 kilohertz or 10 kilohertz, something like that. It sounds quite wide, to be honest, or mid. And then you can go to narrow, medium 1, medium 2, or that might be manual 1, manual 2. Then down there you got the wide, so permanently wide, permanently narrow, auto, or your 2 auxiliary filters, medium 1, medium 2. I believe you can put anything you want in there. That's within the range of filters you can purchase for this. What else we got? Squelch and notch on the outside. I'll just put that little red tab to the top there. It doesn't matter, obviously, because notch isn't on. Squelch is really nice on this in all modes. When you put the notch on in CW mode, it then becomes a peak filter. Oh, step. Step is 10 hertz or 100 hertz in SSB and CW. 2.5 and 1 kilohertz in FM, and 1 kilohertz and 100 hertz in AM, I think. Yeah. What was FM? Oh, 5. No, 5, look. 5, 2.5. Very useful. There's no CW to go over. There's nothing in the 10 meters. There'll be something somewhere, but that acts very nicely. The notch does as an audio peak filter. Noise blank there, like I've said, the level on the inside, and IF shift standard stuff on the outside there. Noise blank, I've said, notch, yeah, AJC fast and slow. This has got a really fast upward moving needle. It only seems to be the decay time, which is really accurate to what an AJC should be set at. Some radios seem to go really slow on the way up. This goes fast on the way up, and then the decay time, which is what the AJC is, holds the gain higher when you've got a signal, or is it lower? I can't remember. Anyway, it holds the needle up for longer, and the decay is slower. On some of the radios, the whole process is slow. On AGC slow, I prefer this when it moves fast on the way up and slow on the way down. It's a nice AGC representation on the needle, and you've got fast and slow, you can't turn it off. And then last down here we've got 0, 10, 20, 30 dB attenuation, which works really nicely. Yes, that's a brief overview. I think, looking at the time now, I better do another video on its performance, where I'll compare it to the icon, which is sitting next to it at the moment. If I just move the camera gingerly. Okay. So next up, guys, oops, is the old ICOM ICR 71E. I'm going to put it against the ICOM and just go through a couple of stations. Yeah, that's it for now. Tune in for the next video coming today, hopefully. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.